Everyone, thank you, WPG 2023. Eriko Daimo, fantastic to see you. It's been far too long.
Hello.
Hello, it's great to see you. How have you been?
Great, wonderful. Yes, very happy.
Yeah, absolutely. And life has changed for you, I know, in many ways. I didn't know if you could maybe talk a little bit about yourself as a performer. I know you're doing a lot of traveling, and I know you've been doing some new teaching stuff activities as well. So maybe you could just tell everyone at home maybe that don't know you a little bit about yourself. That'd be great.
Okay, so my name is Eriko Daimo. I play these instruments and I teach at the Juilliard Pre-College and New York University. And then currently I'm artist in residence at the University of Performing Arts and Music in Graz, Austria. And also I'm currently mother of 1-year-old baby. So things are very different, and I'm very happy to spending time with you today. And thank you very much for organizing everything, Tim. Although sorry for changing the dates many times.
No problem at all. We aim to please. That's great, and I'm sure we'll talk a little bit later about like the balance between family and music, which I can relate to very much so. But for now, we'll roll on our first artist if that's all right. So we're going to roll on Remy.
Yes.
I think we are anyway. Maybe he's dropped off. I know there he is. Hey Remy, how you doing?
Hello.
Hi Remy.
So Remy, do you want to talk to Eriko a little bit about yourself and what you're going to be performing?
Sure. So I'm currently I live in Rhode Island in the U.S. I mainly work as a freelance educator, teaching lessons in the area, giving clinics. I do a lot of work in music production as like a stagehand and a sound engineer, a lot of different things like that. And I'm going to be presenting Mirage today. This recording was from my second master's recital last May. And this was one of the last pieces on the program. My whole idea was to present a sort of spectrum of percussion literature for an audience not really versed in percussion, to kind of give them an idea, like a transition of accessible to inaccessible music, to sort of find a line for the audience member and sort of think about why they enjoy certain things in the percussion world and why they find other things not as accessible in more avant-garde music. So this was sort of the end of that program, and that's kind of why I chose this piece. Also, I just always enjoyed the Japanese marimba style, so I wanted to incorporate that as well.
All right, great. So I'll play. I think I'll play the full clip of this, Eriko, and then you're free just to make some comments. I'll give you a heads up when we're about 5 minutes before the next person, and then we can just continue from there. All right. As ever, let me know if you have any questions or anything. I'll be here. So. All right. All right, I just unmuted you, guys. Make sure you. Sorry, Erica, I forgot to tell you. Mute your button when we do the performances. That's cool. That was my fault. Sorry. All right, well done, Remy.
Remy, great performance. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for sharing. And you said that's a live recital, master's graduation recital, right?
Yes.
Yes, wonderful job. And I can tell you had really a lots of passion and great technique and
Thank you.
good concentration. Yes. And you say you live in Rhode Island?
Yeah.
Yes, in New York.
About a few hours north of New York.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. So it's good playing. So, and in the beginning, you are talking about for the audience feel and like how to approach the percussion contemporary music to audience, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's a very interesting topic, and in everyone has a different answer. And for myself, I believe we cannot control everyone's feeling, you know.
Sure.
So for me, play something you really love and talk with the organization would also help, like what they are looking for.
Sure.
But same time for us, for percussion player and as a marimba soloist, we don't have so much repertoire, and we also need to build up the repertoire. Yeah. So having those two different category of the music is important for me, like something new music as well as some classical music to share, which we can play on the instruments, and also some people might appreciate to hear something which they have heard before.
Sure.
For example, we want to watch same movie again and again if you like that movie.
Sure.
So yes, that's kind of sense. And the reason why I was talking about that is this Mirage. Yes, it's classic repertoire for marimba, but it's a category-wise, it's new music. Everything is new music for this instrument. Yes, and this is a bit more complicated language composer used, not just a diatonic. It's more we have a flavor and ambiguous language composer use, right?
Sure.
And I am not sure you read that program note or you study the background of the music. Have you ever learned about that music and how that Yasose Yoshi composed for this piece?
I did back when I was learning it, yes.
Yes. Would you share about your, the information?
I'm having trouble remembering at the moment. Like I said, it was about a year ago. So
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay, it's fine. But so let me share some information. Then maybe you can remember, or some people who doesn't know about this piece might be interested. So this piece was commissioned by Keikobe.
Yeah.
And then the composer Yasuse Yoshi, he is Japanese, but he studied in Paris. So we can hear some French harmony through this music, I believe. I feel.
Okay.
And yes, there are so many inspiration from Debussy, Ravel, those harmony
Sure.
we can hear through the Mirage. At the same time, he said in the program note, he said this is you can think of the Japanese no theater. Do you know Do you know Japanese? No.
No, but it's more, I know the theater aspect I remember reading about was I know the ending was inspired by kabuki theater,
Yes.
but
Yes.
that's the only aspect of it that I know of in connection to this
Yes.
piece.
Yes. Yes. So this piece is using the very traditional Japanese structure of the theater, which is called no theater, and you know the this piece had 6 categories, 6 parts. Yes, right.
Yes,
And
this is coming back to me now.
yeah,
As you're
yeah.
mentioning this, this is seeming familiar.
Yes, and then that beginning introduction, choral, procession, returning choral, and then movement,
Yeah,
then coda, right?
yeah.
And for the Japanese no theater, there is it's called a Johaku, 3 big structure, and the energy level goes slowly up, then down, right, to disappear. Yeah.
True.
So he's using that, and yes, very ending. He is inspired by the something Roppo kabuki movement to actor going to the backstage with moving with an impossible move with like 150 kilo of the costume, so that mirage is affected. And so the one why I talked about that is that no theater, which is a traditional Japanese theater, and that is the showing the ultimate simplicity through the theater. And it's very traditional. All the actor, actress, their move needs to be follow the tradition, even like one move, the degree of the hand needs to be controlled. And that degree need to be exactly same as a tradition, to follow the tradition, right?
Okay.
And so that no theater, you might you might know or you might see that before, but for the main character wears some mask, very simple Japanese traditional mask, and that mask can be, some people feel like that's angry face, some people can feel sad or just feel beautiful or anything. So that's a thing I was talking about in the beginning. We cannot control audience feeling. We can never underestimate audience. They would appreciate the contemporary music. Depends on how you program and how we play. We never decide, So it's nice you are trying to, open up your repertoire and trying many ways. That's great. So that's is there a connection for the no theater? Yes, it's a theater for the meditation. Give people to the space of how they feel. They can be upset, they can be happy, they can be sad. We cannot tell the exact answer because it's an art, it's not a word,
Sure. I
Yeah.
understand. I think
Yeah.
my sort of logic was I don't think I wasn't trying to go into say to with the impression of trying to dictate how the audience feels about the piece. More just to give this like to sort of push the audience to give it a chance. Because in my
Yeah.
personal experience, contemporary music can have a very polarizing effect where the first you hear anything that's not tonal or not normal or in the certain way that people hear it, it can be you already decide on what you think about it before you've actually heard the piece. So that's
Yeah.
kind of where, like, I didn't really, and I think I put it in my program as well. It's like they're allowed to not have whatever feeling they want to have
Yeah.
about it. Just
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's great. And in that sense, that's great. In that sense, I'm gonna connect to that feel with the music, because this composer was very much inspired by Nose Theater, right? Using the structure. And there are so much space between the music. It's called a ma in the Japanese term, MA. It's called ma, which gives everyone the space to think themselves. It's
Okay.
very Japanese culture, yeah, and
Okay.
Japanese art style. But this piece has so much chance to share that silent moment, and those silent is as important as sounds itself, or it might be more important than sounds itself. Yeah.
Yeah.
And your performance was wonderful. You did great job. And I wonder if you can try with have even more ma, that space and silent inside of the music. It might connect you more to the music as well as with the audience. And audience might understand you more.
That makes
Because
sense.
yeah, that this piece has that chance to share. Yes.
Yes.
Especially there are so many fast stuff you have to, play, right? So we need time to digest. And this piece including the time to digest, which is ma, silent. Yeah. So next
Yeah.
time when you play, it might be more, interesting for you to share that. Yeah. So that's in a basic number one thing I thought. And then there are some small details you might think about. Tim, I don't know, is that possible to share the screen? Yes, I found the share screen. If I press that, I can share the music, or, well, I marked, well, I don't need to mark, share, but can I share the screen?
You can try, but I think Pius tried earlier, it didn't work, but maybe try.
Okay. And
Or I
now
can do it if that helps.
let me try share screen, and okay, Mirage. Yes, share. Can you see?
Yeah. Hold on, that something popped up. Just give me a second. Yep. Hold on. Yep, you're on.
Yes, can you see the screen, right?
Yep.
Yes, and for the Mirage, do you see like all the dirty stuff on the computer desktop, or can you see only
No,
Mirage?
it's just Mirage. Don't worry.
Okay, that's great. Well, this desktop is a mess. Okay, glad to hear. So, so in the beginning, I told you like you have a very good passion and concentration in the beginning, from the beginning to the end, which is great. And maybe you can be now your passion level and passion level is here, then concentration level is here. Maybe you can start trying to concentrate and control the passion a little bit more, and speak a little more clearer with the control, with passion. Do you understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Yes, I always try myself, but I'm still having a trouble to doing that. Always my passion goes over my controlling, but I'm always trying. But maybe you can also start trying, because the thing is, your passion is too high, some fast stuff was became too messy to understand. Makes sense?
Yeah.
Yes, and especially for the beginning, dun, dun, da, 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 he put a lots of detail in the music, right? So you might want to share as much as possible for the information from him to the audience. Yeah. So try to speak clearer for each single note with the articulation. And here is a first ma I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, do you have access for the instruments or no? No, if you well, do you want to try or do you want me to just talk?
It might be easier if we just discuss it at the moment. It's
okay,
my
sure.
practice space is a bit disorganized, I'll say.
No problem, no worry. Yes, so you can pronounce dun, 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 and pray. That would be helpful. And
Okay.
also you can make sure the differences between those. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. So how would you sing? Can you sing those two?
Yeah, sure. Da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-da-dum.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the difference you would think between those?
My intention was the first one the grace notes would have less emphasis than the second version, which isn't a grace note.
Right. Yes, that's great. Yeah, that was very clearly. Yes, I can hear that. So that's number one. And other differences you want to share?
Well, I mean, dynamically, there's also
Yes, dynamic way. Yes, this is a decrescendo, and this is a pianissimo. And other thing.
I guess the other thing that's the most obvious thing is where it lines up with the beat.
What's that?
Where it lines up with the beat. The first one ends on a downbeat, whereas the second one sort of begins on the first partial of 30-second and kind of blurs where the beat is.
Yeah. That's also the difference. Anything you can share? So for me, first most important thing I want to share is grace note and actual rhythm, which means with the grace note I feel more even with the slur, so I think more legato feel, and like you said, it's a downbeat, so comes with like this line. I don't know, you can see me on the screen or not. Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay, I cannot see myself, so I don't know. But so this way, and the next one is ta 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 ta, a little bit more articulate and controlled speaking.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, yes. So that's flavor you can, try. Then, okay, so for me, then now space to think, okay, was that the same note, but it has a very different flavor. Then, ta-da! Then come back to the the G is the point of this, entire part, right?
Yeah.
So yes, you can focus again, go back to this. But in the introduction, you can see grace note versus a rhythmic approach. So that you can share, and those, yes, rapid, but you can try with tempo, which you can control each single notes to speak up. it's of course it's so hard, easy to say, and I always have a trouble because my passion goes too fast, but over the controlling. But try to control instead
Yeah.
of play just fast. Yeah. And then yes, that you play very beautifully around the tremolo part. It was very beautiful. But I think you can also try to play softer, not even softer. And this
Okay.
is like a part I was also talking in the beginning, like that we can hear. Okay, yes, so Yoshi used to live in Paris, the French, expression, those harmony. It's a very
Okay.
beautiful part. Yes, and here especially. And it's still pianissimo, so you can keep the volume a little bit down. And this part, for my understanding, this should be two things going on same time. So instead of cutting every time like this, instead of that, you can think of this tremolo part are sustaining when you are playing this part.
Okay.
Then, so not ta-da, ta-da-da-da-da-da-da, dun, 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 ta-da-da-da-da-da. So it's separating how your interpretation was separated, but instead of that, you can think of ta-da, da, 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 da. So inside of that, you have these elements.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
you
that
see?
makes
So
sense. Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Ta-da, da-da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So keep this energy and keep singing this melody, that's last harmony when you are playing this. Then you can connect to here
Okay.
instead of making it too short phrasing all the time. Yeah. And it might be interesting experience for you if you watch the North Theater on the YouTube, because you can find.
Yep.
And this is the one I really think it would be this part as well as a movement part. You might inspired very much for the North Theater. It's total control you need. It's rhythmic and very much articulate. He put a lots of articulation and dynamic changes. So instead of play fast or nicely, it's need to control with the staccato. Ta-da-da, pa-da-da, pa-da-da-da, pa-da-da, with a control. And those silent is also part of the music, so count carefully. And going to here, then you make it suddenly very slow in here, but music is not finished yet, and it's just a pure. So it doesn't need to be too slow, I think,
Okay.
to connect to next section, because it's still this same kind. So you can make the ritardando slowly. We always subdivide, right? Not
Yeah.
like dun dun dun. So still one phrase, not dun dun dun, and then go back to here. This is also, I think, some people there are many like different understanding, but this it can be one thing. So two different characters, but still going, not separate too much. Not ta-da-dan, da-da-di-da-da, ta-da-da, not separated. Ta-da-da, pa-ra-ri-ra-ra, pa-ra-ra, pa-ra-ra, pa-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra. And also, it might be interesting for you to try this as a rhythmic essence, and this can be a more movement with a legato feel.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So
Yes, that makes sense. Yes.
yeah, ta-ra-ri-ra-ra, ta-ra-ra, then rhythmic again. Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, ta-ra-ri-ta-ra-ra-ra, ta-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra, ti-ra-ri-ta-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra, pa-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, ta-ri-ra-ta-ra-ta-ra-ra-ta-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra, ta-ta-ra-ra, ta-ra. Then together, ti-ra-ri-ta-ra-ta-ra-pa-pa-pa-ra-dam. And those rest gives us the information of what kind of sounds we want to play in here. It's not downbeat. So it has more articulated sounds, more than this or those, right?
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yes.
Yes. Then go back to the G again. Then and try to control with nicely mezzo forte
Yep.
and all the articulation. That was very nice energy in here you had. So that's also would help you to have a nice different character back. And also ritardando, then ritardando again. But this was suddenly too slow again. So focus on this ma again, silent space. Then you don't need to play so slow. Do you understand?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yes. So then go back. Yes. Then this around here is also you need all the control, articulation, but it's all the control you need. Pa, 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 pa. You don't need to play so fast, but you need to articulate each single note with the meaning. So you have a great technique. So control that with talking.
Okay.
Yeah. So some notes around here was because too fast, it's more praying like instead of speaking one single note like very carefully.
Okay.
Yes, and
Yeah.
this piece needs that. Of course, you can play fast with controlling, but more importantly, control than playing fast. This for this piece, of course, it depends on the piece. Some piece, just let it go in. But this is you need to control. Then you can have more effect through the music. And so more articulation. That's feel. You can sing. You can check the note theater later, but again, they control each all the movement, right? Even for the one finger movement with a degree, with the control, not just doing this, with control. Yeah, so that's,
Sure.
yes, we can try that through the music. And here is a finally you had the.
I think, sorry, Eriko, I think I stopped showing your screen because we're going to have to wrap up quickly. But if you want
Okay.
If you want to do,
Yes.
you want
I
to do
don't know
more?
where. Yes, I don't know where I can see the. Okay, here.
It's back on now, but just so you know,
Yeah,
we've got to wrap up quickly. So
yes, okay, that's great. Thank you, Tim.
That's right.
Yes, so this is a very, last ma you have, like biggest one, right? Grand pass. So that you can have more. And instead of, just relaxing in there, control and prepare for the next. Then you can have a wonderful ending. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, Tim.
Alright.
Thank you for letting me
That's
know. I
okay.
couldn't see anything.
No
so,
problem
yeah.
at all. No problem at all.
Okay,
All right. Thank you, Remy.
good job,
Thank you.
Remy.
Great job. Sorry
Thank you very
to
much.
stop you at the end. All right. So I'm just gonna take that off. Well done for sharing screen, by the way. Pius didn't manage that, so it's 1-0.
Yeah,
I
but
just did.
problem is when I share screen, I cannot see the screen what we have, so I couldn't
Ah,
see
okay.
your message at all. Sorry.
No. That's fine. That's fine. We can
I
see
think
you.
there
So
must be
that's
some
fine.
way to do that. Yeah.
Okay. Cheers, Remy. Well done.
Okay, thank you, Rennie.
All right. Next up, we've got Elin. I think maybe you guys
Yes.
met before. Maybe.
Yes, of course. Yes,
Hey.
many phrase. And Tim, if I share screen and if that happen again, you can please go ahead to stop me earlier.
I will do.
I couldn't see any message.
No, that's
so.
fine. I only
Yeah.
stopped you at the end anyway, so that's cool.
Great.
All right.
Thank you.
Elin,
Yes.
you want to
Yeah.
just talk a little bit about your...
I can introduce myself a bit.
Go
Yes.
for it.
Yes. So, hello everyone. I'm Cai Yilin, and I'm from Taiwan. And 2 years ago, I was graduate from University of Music in Germany, and I'm currently living here as a freelancer musician and teach in some music school. And actually, I have been living in Germany for like 5 or 6 years this year. So yes, and I'm going to play today. The piece is Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, and from Sakamoto Ryuichi, because I heard actually the news he was passed away a couple months ago, and I was kind of like doing some memorial things, and I accidentally found the pious transcription long ago, and I feel very touched. So I brought into I transcribe it again and do in some variation.
All right, great. Eriko, have you got Elin's like manuscripts? Did you find that okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's have a little listen to this one then. Here we go. All right.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was actually very inspired from like I originally liked the piece a lot. So I start to find the original score which he wrote, and I also actually watched the movie. So I kind of like based on the background of the movie, and I brought my emotion into the music. So actually this music spoke to me a lot. And also I'm into like arrangement music a lot. I know also you do sometimes like a film music, you also arrange. So actually I kind of enjoy to learn in this process, not only play the music which already written, also we create the music or brought into trying always experiment.
Nice. Yes. Wow. That's
Did
very.
you like it?
Yes,
I
absolutely.
kind of like always singing, always like, and when I play, I can feel the emotion and through it, and I like always singing the like you said, always sing the different voicing and imagine the different voicing and different instrument.
Yes.
So I was like brought into these orchestrates things.
Nice.
I was always like also the I mean Mirage. I mean regarding to the Mirage, I also remember you talked like back then in online Mallet festival. You talked about Zan Siri and also Ma. I remember that.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
You Hashi like that three different things, right? You show the
Yes.
PDF. Yeah, I remember that when you talk. I mean, the other student, I was kind of reminded that point you mentioned.
Great. Yes.
Yes. Everything makes sense now, and also help a lot because I enjoy the space of music and I listen more. And space in the music, I mean, space of silence in the music is actually very important because audience can imagine next note together.
Yes.
Like in that, so we imagine that together in the moment in the concert, and then experience the moment. Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
I already also actually your theory and also the performance actually inspired me a lot to my own performance. So I was kind of input and output. So I was like, yeah. So it's also how have become the inspiration to myself.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
For all these years, I like, I tried also different things, and I tried to find my voice from.
I see. Wow, thank you very much for remembering
Of course,
from my lecture. And
I wrote down all the important motto you used to talk. And then when I practice, I was like reading.
Yes.
And also like how to say, because you said we have to practice in our head. It's not only play. We have to imagine the sound first and then play. It's not like just play. I also, because now I start to teach in music school, I taught my students that way. Not just spontaneous play. You have to hear first and then play.
Yes. Wow. I'm glad.
I learned everything. Yeah, that's why, because that's why you are kind of like a, how to say, a role model for my own, bring to my own music, how to say, achievement.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
That means
So
a
that's
lot
why
to
it's
me.
kind of like a small appreciation I want to share, and based on this arrangement I did. So that's why I call it like a variation.
I see.
Because the actually the rolling part is my favorite part. I was like, when I hear it, I was like touched by myself also. And I talk to my student, if you cannot touch by yourself, and how can you touch the others? Like, so like everything apply to your masterclass in the past.
Well, I don't think I say that last thing. I don't think, no.
I was like, maybe some connection between the music thing.
Yes.
Because music has a power for naturally overgoing.
Yes.
We don't have to push any of music.
Yes.
We just let it silent going and enjoy that. Let's the part you said.
Yes.
And then I go with my own style and I make a new sentence.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
yes. That was very well played, and you changed what I just listened your version of Ryuichi Sakamoto, and also it's I only heard a little bit of your music just now, but I can already hear big differences from the last time. Yes. No.
Really?
Yes.
What's the difference you found? Like,
I think you are more sincere to the music. Yes, you can more deeply understanding and not only the surface.
yes,
Yes, you
yes.
have a more deeper knowledge and understanding and
Maybe also get older. That's why through the years we get more mature mentally, probably.
Yes, that's very
Yeah,
important.
because you talk to me, I got excited easy in the past. Like always, I want to play fast. But actually, I learned music is not only about playing fast.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
this also actually
that's
because now. Yeah, sorry, you can talk first.
so that's what I was talking about. The sincere to the music, respect the music, appreciate to the music, and then we can enjoy to share. But I think I shouldn't be too excited and just do myself like how I think like, yes, the music touches me, so that's why I want to share. But I don't, mean to. It's touched to me, so it needs to be touched to audience. Of course not. But
Yeah, no, of course, yes.
no, we can't control that. But how you play and how you arrange was very beautiful, I thought. And the touch of the instrument, what you had touch, how you play now,
Yes.
is
Yeah.
it's more sincere to the music and instruments, which is yes, I can hear the love you have to the music as well as to the instruments. It's not to yourself, it's more to
Right.
the respect to the music as well as the instrument that I could hear,
Right.
which is great and great step you
And
are
I,
taking.
and I found the ma in the music. Hopefully.
Yes,
The ma.
yes.
I listened actually because sometimes my students, for example, they play and they always hurry because they feel awkward if they don't play. Always want to fill up every rest of the silence. That's why I enjoy the rest of the acoustic and I going up. Like I take time. I would say my music is more patient than in the past.
Yes, more controlling emotion, I think.
Actually, yeah.
Yes.
When I have patience and I hear more during this, the quite a few seconds. And actually, only a few seconds, but it's a huge difference.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So
I see. So actually, I kind of like finally got your point. In the past, I didn't quite understand, but through the years, I found like gradually, like okay, let's you talk before. That's what you meant, but in the past, I didn't get it.
Well, you are doing great, and I'm very impressed how you touch and how you create the phrasing. Now you are, making a much longer phrasing to the,
big
yes,
picture, big long line.
Yes.
Line. It's not only small. Because I remember I used to play marimba more to you, and you talk like I play small things, very beautiful, but then I lost the big picture of the whole piece because it's a long piece. Then that's why I kind of analyze in my head which part is which part, and then I see the big view, the vision. I have to out of the frame, yeah.
Great. Yes. So you, So so you got everything what I share with you, and you digested by yourself very well, and so you should do like wherever you feel comfortable, and like how you are taking is wonderful. So
actually I also enjoy myself more. I mean, when I play in the past, I kind of only focus on the technique, like maybe my hands not fast or like but now I kind of slow down and I just listen to the music itself.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Not just the technique, because technique, everyone can play technique perfectly, but the music, the training of ear training is important.
Yes, nice.
Because actually myself, I also play piano because my mom is a piano teacher, so I used to train classical way. So that's how I got your point also. Because sometimes when I don't have marimba, I play on the piano, the same thing, But then when I play with piano, I also hear more because we don't have to, speaking. We just play with finger, and I can more calm down to hear more in my head.
Yes,
That's
yes.
the way when I practice, because I don't have marimba also, because after I graduate I don't have a chance to practice marimba in the school anymore because they have a new student, we have occupied by the new student. So I practice more in the music school. We have only piano. So actually now I sometimes practice marimba piece but on the piano, and I listen more and analyze which voicing is which one. And I color also, because you used to talk like you also color different line. It's different, like okay, this is like my violin, and this is a flute, and this is cello thing, something like that. I also do that.
Great.
Yeah. And I make a big picture, like a map. I do a map on the music.
Great. Thank you for.
You also talk later. You print all the score and put on the wall.
Yeah.
And then to see the big picture, I do that too.
Great.
I remember every detail.
Wow, I'm very impressed by your memory.
Yes, I'm your best student.
Yes.
That's why I remember every single detail you said, because it really, applies to me, and also it inspires.
Oh, thank you.
Because I really enjoy the way you present the music.
Oh,
and that's why you are my role model.
Well, thank you.
I want to list your direction. I want to reach like that.
Thank you. Well,
but of course, with my own character.
Yes, with your character, and
it's not like a copy, because many people like in Taiwan. Okay, the student he play. This is someone's teacher, but I don't want to like that. Yeah, that's why. So I inspired your music, and also I found my own path. But then I learned on the process.
Yes. So I'm glad you are finding your own path, and which is most important, the michi, your own michi.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure it's like you have many knowledge, and around you must have many inspiration as well. So I hope you're enjoying that too. Yes, great. Yes. And
that's why.
Yes.
So that's why when I'm hearing people play, or sometimes when I listen music, actually I hear different aspects. Not like in the past. I kind of like I can hear more beyond the playing itself. Because it's also through the ear we get older and we mature, and we found a different perspective.
Yes, absolutely.
And you found that too, right? You also feel that sometimes when you listen to the concert, orchestra, symphony, or something, and I feel so like I can enjoy music more. Yeah.
Yes.
Composer did that. And we have to understand the composer, what composer wanted to. Why written here, Allegro? Why is it forte? Why is piano? We have to understand. It's not just play. In the past, play.
So, Erin, that's great. So maybe I can suggest one thing for you.
Okay.
For the listening to your arrangement, but that was obviously transcribed from Pius version, right?
Yes.
Then you add your own, then your own own part. So what I think is, well, I love Ryuichi Sakamoto. He's amazing musician, and I actually recorded his piece. It's called The Rain, The Last Emperor.
CD.
Yes, on my CD. And when I arranged
origin.
Yes, thank you for having that. Yes.
You signed it in Taiwan, I remember.
Yes, I signed it in Taiwan. Thank you. Yes, thank you. So, he actually checked the score for me, and he, liked my arrangement. That's why I could put my, arrangement of his. Arrangement of The Rain. Yes. So he is that kind of a person. He is a superstar, of course, in the world, well-known composer, musician, player, piano player, but still he checked the music of my arrangement because he loves music that much. He has, respect to the music, Yes, and also he checked this Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence for Pius as well.
I see. He checked for him.
He checked for him too. Yeah, so there is a, that's kind of a personality he is, very warm and just love music
Right.
and
Passionate.
love new sounds, always looking for some like new sounds. So I think for you, instead of just transcribe
Yeah.
Pius version, especially you already has your own version in the end.
Yeah.
So make
Let's
make your own self, yourself. Especially you say you like that part most, like that touches yourself.
get the
Yeah,
low part. Yeah.
yeah, lower part, right? So in that case, I felt I like both version. Like I like the how you play in the beginning of the music, like transcribe version of Pius.
That's one. Yes.
Yes, I like that one,
Okay.
and I also enjoyed your
My
own part. Yes, but that suddenly changes the character of the music.
Really, you found it? Ah.
Yes, I mean,
I see.
I think that's because of the pulse you are having.
Okay.
Like dun dun da da da, then suddenly change the tempo
Oh.
too much. The pulse was missing.
Right.
So if you want to put that one, maybe you can think of put in the very beginning, or maybe some transition, or put some transition, or you can also play the tempo what you had from the previous, not suddenly to
change.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, not suddenly changing to give us the space to digest with you.
You feel you didn't feel the connection in the two parts now.
Yeah. Or you can also make your own version from that instead of using Pius version.
I can try on my own, like create my own part.
Yes.
I see.
I think that might be more effective for yourself, especially you say you don't have access to the marimba recently so much.
I can try on the piano too.
Yeah. So you have a time to spend time on the piano.
Yes.
So you can arrange it. For me, arranging the music is the best way to learn that music.
Exactly, I feel that too.
Yes, so you have to understand the harmony.
Composer to get to know the composer more.
Exactly, yes, and like you said, watching a movie, the background of that piece, knowing that is very important too. Yes. And you already took that step.
Yeah.
And
the whole movie, yes.
For Ryuichi Sakamoto, he was very into the sounds resonant of the sound.
I see.
So that's you can have that idea in your mind when you arrange the music of his piece.
Yeah.
And then marimba has resonant and but doesn't sustain long enough. But
I see.
But that's also the beautiful part of the instrument. So you can use that resonant in an effective way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
So yeah, you can try yourself to. You can have a very good journey of that.
Currently, just I copy like a Pius and I transcribe it and I play like.
Yes. Yes, that's also nice because you have an idea from Pius.
Yeah,
then you also have an idea for yourself. So maybe make the development from what you have your own.
Yeah.
Then create.
I see. I have a question also because I remember you also arranged Sibelius.
Yes.
Right. And how was the process going? Like you also listen to the piano or you just play like originally on piano and you find less perfect on marimba, or what it's like going like originally this idea from?
For that Sibelius arrangement, I was I just wanted to play something from Finland when I have a concert, like concerto. Yeah, as an encore piece at the concerto concert with the orchestra. And then I thought, because I thought like it's very nice to learn some, piece from where I'm playing at,
Mm-hmm.
And then I talk with my best friend, Kazu. You might met him before.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yes,
After
yeah,
concerto, yes, yeah.
yes. So
Yes.
yeah, he said maybe this piece because everyone know, but
I see.
it's like
Mm-hmm.
figure of finish. Yes,
Everyone knows Sibelius, yeah.
yes, and that piece is also the kusi is also the figure of the Finland tree.
Yeah.
So that's why I said, okay, that's nice, and then I started arranging on marimba right away. I think I tried on piano as well as on marimba to see like what's the effective way to
Exactly.
but for the harmony class wise,
Yeah.
some harmony shouldn't go to next harmony.
Right. Right.
How I arrange, how I erase. But for marimba, sometimes that sounds better
Even
than
piano, sometimes I feel that too when I try
yes,
something original on piano, but it doesn't fit on marimba, or sometimes just opposite. Like
yes,
you have to
yeah,
always try experimental things.
exactly. So you can yes. Then I decided, and also for the interpretation of the work of on that piece, it's
Yes.
some part like if I play piano, I would play differently. But if I play marimba, it's different. And of course, it depends on the concert hall as well. Depends on how acoustic.
Yeah. Yeah.
If dry, I would play differently or resonant. Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's arranging all the time. Changing all the time.
Actually,
But that's
also I
how.
find the interesting in arrangement because we always try a different way and discovering things. Yeah.
Yes, and also one thing I decide in the very beginning is what direction I should go,
Oh.
like totally arrange or more like adapt. And kusi is for me adapt on marimba.
I see.
Yes.
What's the difference?
So from the Gershwin
Yeah.
and no, not Gershwin. From for me it's so Gasa Schurer. So for me, transcribe, arranging, and adapt is three different things.
Yeah.
Adapt is play as original and play on marimba, but not changing so much.
Okay. I see.
That keep the character of the music and not change so much. Transcribe is how you did like a pious arrangement.
Listen and transcribe play.
Listen and write it down and play on the instruments what you have.
Right.
And then arrange is more like develop to the idea from the original piece. That's how make it separate three things.
Variation is based on something and write something
Yes.
totally different.
Yes. It's not like don't need to be different, but it's a bit more closer to the composition in arranging. Yes.
Like,
For me, yes.
Yes.
That's from the Nancy Zeltzman, my former teacher, told me from the Ganser Schurer, our teacher. Yes. So yes, that's a bit different thing. But right now you transcribe a pious version of Merry Christmas, Richard Lawrence, and then you add your arrangement on it. So that's why there is some mixed because the pious version is already set.
Yes.
Then you add so so maybe you can have some extension or you can do arrange your own. From Ryuichi Sakamoto made an orchestra version as well as a piano solo version and many different versions of that you can search. And also you can also try his other pieces. He composed amazingly beautiful pieces, and I transcribed and arranged many of his music.
Yeah.
And I picked Rain to put my CD because that was more fit with other repertoire.
You play
Because
in
I had
right? I remember Rain. You play.
yes. I played in Taiwan too.
Perfect. And the National Concert Hall, the acoustic perfectly fit the piece.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, so yes, my best student.
I remember every detail. Yeah.
Wow.
So actually, okay, the piece, your favorite piece, you mean the most beautiful piece. What's the name?
You mean
Yeah.
Ryuichi Sakamoto?
Yeah.
It depends on my mood because I love many of his music, but I always love any pieces, the theme of the Last Emperor.
I know that.
Yeah. I love that one. And also, do you know Bibo no Aozora? It's Japanese title only, and he wrote in Japanese Roman.
And did you arrange too, or?
Yes, on marimba. Yes. It's called Bibo no Aozora.
Bibo no Aozora. Okay.
Yes, it's and he has many versions of Bibo no Aozora. I love the trio version, and in the I love his piano solo version as well. And it was used for the movie. It's called Babel.
Okay.
Yes, and that piece is simply beautiful, but in the middle part, he put very interesting harmony improvisation.
Wow.
It's there is a difficulty to say tonal or atonal, but it's not diatonically simple tonal harmony. He put like very complicated harmony. His music is always complicated harmony, also very catchy. Yes, his harmony is like impressive. But
because back then in Bamber, you play a piece, a boy Hiroshima. Hiroshima is the one. Which name is that? Hiroshima boy, something like that, right?
A boy named Hiroshima. That one, that is composed by Toru Takemitsu.
I see.
Yeah.
Because you took the master class too.
Oh, did I? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, yes, I remember even more than you yourself.
Yes, I think so.
You mentioned that piece too. Boy named Hiroshima. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that's Toru Takemitsu, and he's also
Raintree, the composer.
Yes, exactly. Raintree. Oh, yes, it's
You also have Raintree. I mean, in origin, right?
Yes, it's
I know everything. I see. Okay, wow. So actually, I remember that piece you play in the concert. A boy named Hiroshima.
What did you say?
I mean, a boy named Hiroshima. I mean, the piece you play in the recital in Bamberg.
Bamberg. Yes, I played Bamberg. Yes, I played a boy. Yes, that's one of the pieces that I think. Yes, that's a long time ago. I don't remember. Well, that's amazing. You remember, but I didn't remember.
Of course, that was one of my favorite piece repertoire to play.
Oh, thank you.
Because later you played Red Moon of Pius, also.
Yes.
Night, and then there was concert. And there was a encore piece, and you played Beatles also.
Okay, Beatles. Yes,
right.
Yes, and my arrangement. Yes.
Wow, you do a lot of arrangement. That's why I was kind of also like I want to learn this, this direction because before I didn't try
Yes,
myself.
the beginning I was talking with Remy as well. It's nice to have for the repertoire. It's nice to have like something
more than
because we have a limited repertoire. So it's it's nice to study. So yes.
I see. So that's why you always try something new.
Yes.
Try discover the new things on the marimba.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow. I'm so inspired from you today again.
Thank you.
All the detail, best student.
Yes, best students. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Oh, I hope I can. I hope I can listen to your. Your class someday in person again.
Yes.
But you are now will be living in Europe, right? Because I'm currently living in Germany, so we are not too
Yes,
far.
I'm
So if
going
you have a
to
concert, I would like to listen.
Austria tomorrow.
Oh,
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
Austria and Germany is close.
Yes, for 10 days. Yeah, actually, I have a
You go to
transit in Frankfurt. Yes, yes, I remember. Yeah,
Wait, you are
yeah.
just crossing through Germany. I see. But if you have a concert in Germany, I want to go to listen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Get more inspiration in person because always listening the music in the CD it sounds always different than in person live.
Yes, yes,
We hear more silent in the live together in the moment.
yes.
As the audience, so I feel those are always different than in the CD and in the live. That's why I always enjoy listening in the live concert because
Yes.
I feel the moment together with the musician.
Yes.
Fantastic. All right. Thank you very much, Elin. All right, we'll say good
Bye.
night.
See you soon. See you soon.
See you soon. Bye.
All right. Lovely. So we're going to move on now. We're going to go back to Mirage, I think.
Yes, great. Yes.
So we're going to go to London.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Nice to meet you again. I think I've played for you before.
Yes, I remember your face, and yes, where did I meet you?
Hong Kong.
In Hong Kong, in Initial P?
Yes.
Yes! Wow, that's great. Great to see you again.
See you again.
Wow. So now you're in London.
Yes, I'm now studying at the Royal College of Music as a first-year undergrad.
Sorry, can you say that again?
I'm now studying at the Royal College of Music as a first-year undergrad.
Okay, wow, great. Congratulations. Do you like in London?
Yes, there's so much to do, so much to see, and I'm always keeping myself busy, but I love it.
Great, wonderful. That's
Yeah,
great to hear.
I think Hui Yin might be a young, I need to check this, certainly one of, but may well be the youngest WPG artist we've had. So, yeah.
Wait, how old are you now?
I'm 19.
19. Okay. Right. Yes. Well, when I met you, you were still like 16 or 15 or
No,
yeah.
14, I think.
14. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Now you are adult. Lady
Oh, yes.
Wow. Great to see you again. Wonderful. Yeah.
All right. Shall we hear some Mirage then?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. Bravo.
Thank you.
So, Hoi In, right? Hoi In.
Yes, Korean.
Hoi In. In. Hoi
Korean.
In. Yes, Hoi In. Bravo. Wonderful playing.
Thank you.
Yes. Wow. I'm very amazed how you could play like that. Like really nice. You
Thank
play beautifully. Good. And you had a very beautiful idea of the structure, the music, the long line. You had a very good long line and a wonderful technique.
Thank you.
And yes, and I'm sure you worked very hard to playing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The reason why I played this in the first place was because I felt like I wasn't doing that much quote unquote new music on marimba, and I hence just decided to work on this piece no matter what the cost was, and it served as like a taste of what it is to actually do contemporary music on marimba.
Yes.
And I loved the entire experience of it because it was really different from what I played previously.
I say yes. It's I can tell how much effort you spend and how much like you probably practice a lot and but same time you probably practice a lot for other music too, not only this music. That's in a very good way. So I can hear like how much you're working very hard for music. It's amazing. Yes, wonderful
you.
job. Yes. And so this piece, yes. Did you say something? Yes.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Okay. Great. So you are still 19 years old.
Yes.
Yes. It's also unbelievable because it's. I think when I was 19, maybe I could play Rosauro. Maybe I don't know. Like really um it's very impressive, and I'm very looking forward to hear you are playing in the future too. Well,
Thank
actually, everyone today I heard is wonderful, and yes, and with you too. Yes. Wow. So, for the music, we always and as a teacher, I always have something to share. And it's it's small detail, but while you're listening the previous class when I was talking about the Mirage.
you.
Yes, so you already heard. Then I don't have to repeat again, but that's no theater, which is a key, and you are taking very beautiful space between the music, which is wonderfully well done as a 19 years old. Impressive. Yes,
Thank you.
but I'm sure you're gonna grow in a good way, and the music will grow with you too. But so for the spacing and the musical interpretation wise, I think you can find out by your own. So I think I don't need to suggest you anything. But for the some details, I can suggest some share some idea. And let me share the screen. Yes, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes, great. So it's the beginning was very good, very wonderful concentration, and the articulation in here and here. You are trying to share as much as you can, which is very important, and you are doing very nicely. And I think one mismemorizing note in here, it's A flat and G natural. I think you're playing C sharp or something.
Right. Yeah. I just
Right.
saw. Yeah.
Yes. This is just I think just mislearned note. Yes. You can fix that. And then here, the tremor you had was very sensitive and very nicely like soft, super beautiful. Then now keep that sensitivity, but keep the pulse, especially after here. Are you counting when you're playing from in here?
I took a bit of time on the first roll because I
Yes,
see there's
it
a
can
pattern.
matter. Yes.
Yeah, and then after that, I did try to count. Yeah.
Okay. I think after here, especially, it might be mislearned the rhythm, but the pulse was not so stable. So you also expressive and sensitive part, but keep tally. So sing the tempo which you don't need to take a breath until here. Then the stringent going forward a little bit more.
Okay.
So make sure it's tremor. So of course, excuse me. Of course, there are some don't need to be exact tempo, but we still need to keep the pulse. And then in here was very good. But I think with your skill, you can with your technique and skill, I think you can even play a bit differently in here. Dolce with pianissimo instead of espressivo with pianissimo.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So you can think of the. It might be interesting experiment for you. If you can think of like what kind of color, this part and this part. What do you think?
I think the bottom stuff is more like murmuring and just really murky colors lurking around in the shadows, and maybe the top line is more prominent, like glowing.
In here, you are talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. And I kind of can imagine the silk chiffon cross, the silk material, but chiffon, so we can see through the color, see through the cloth, and layer of those silk chiffon, so it's not only one color. And in the beginning, espressivo is a little bit more darker color, like a dark red, dark purple, lining gathering together, and with some blue, the with some air that's air flows across and appear a little bit brighter, peaceful pink chiffon we can see, but still very sensitive. So I imagine that's why I thought like silk and chiffon kind of material of the cloth color. But that's how I could imagine. Or you can also think that, or you can also orchestrate your own party, like the one before candidate Eileen was talking about. And yes, I say that all the time with my students. Orchestrate. This is what's instrument. This is what's instrument. Then it became what's instrument. It became string quartet or wood section, or you can imagine to have a clear idea of the color of the sound. Yeah, and then here it became a bit lost the count again. In here, make sure you keep the pulse. Again, don't need to be exact, but still keep the pulse, not too free. After here, it was great. Yes, you had a, yes, it's easily people separate those things. Also, music needs to go follow the flow going forward, but you didn't like separate it. You had a good energy, and I could totally hear two different character, but this main person is going for it. That was beautifully, very beautifully played. Yes. And then next section, procession. This one. This I think you need to be carefully count. The tremolo part is you can feel the pulse, but this needs to be carefully count and play more articulate. Your sound itself was very articulated, so that direction is great. But additionally, if you follow all the detail of the rest mark, the music will even make the character more stronger. I'm sure you can bring more strong character through the music. And yes, so because it's very different if you play just ta-da-dum, ta-da-dum, ba-da-da-da-da, versus ta-da-da, ta-da-da, ta-da-da-da-da, ta-da-da, ta-da-da-da-da-da, ta-da-da, bang. Yeah, this downbeat to going to this rest is the key of this note. Like without this rest mark, we cannot get this articulated sounds. Make sense? Yes. Yes. So make sure carefully read those rest marks. They are, maybe more important as wrote the actual note, or maybe same, but at least as important as note itself. So count, and then here it's impressive. You can play one this line with your right hand only, but might be you try to use two hand for this voicing to this to voicing, then maybe you can bring even more colorful sound for those two instead of having one sound. I mean, she, do, mi, this E flat. Want to hear more than D even. I mean, D, yes, of course, I want to hear D too. But if you can bring that up more in here, those da da, it's like do, mi. Like if you can use two right hand and left hand together, maybe it can be appear clearer for the two voice thing. So ta da da, bang, ta da da, ta da.
Okay.
Yeah, that you can try. And I'm sorry, I don't remember why I marked here. I don't remember. Was that? Did you have a rest? Enough rest? How? I don't remember. Yes, you
did. But I think I remembered when I played this, it was a bit rushed at the very beginning.
I see. Maybe that's why. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to listen again. I didn't write it down. But after here, your energy was flowing very good. That I really enjoyed a lot. Like here, like I was talking with a previous person, but these two character, one is this way, one is this way, articulated way. and you are clearly showing those two differences, but still the music energy was flowing to the forward very nicely. So you did very, very good job in here. Yes. And yes, you don't need to rush in here, but you are playing very nicely, but you can speak a little bit clearer instead of play fast, I think, in here. Yeah. But that was good. And that
Just
might
to
be
let you know, Eriko, we've got 5 minutes left.
great. Thank you, Kim. And maybe, and here, I think it's just you, Miss Land, or maybe Miss Prey.
Ah. Right. I see it now.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, those are, once you memorize, it's, always difficult to,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, and for the hip, there are lots of different dynamics, and this maybe you can follow. Start with mezzo forte piano. Mezzo forte piano, not piano. And for marimba, you can just play one note and let the instrument ring, like sustain. Then you can just keep that sound as a tremolo. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Maybe not.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. So pray and don't need to pray right away for the tremolo, but before this appear, you can start doing tremolo.
Okay.
And maybe you can check the music again in here. I think you're playing B flat, but this is going to A flat.
Wait. I think I did play A flat here.
I think then maybe you did play B flat in here, or just maybe that recording only. I think you played actually same as this pattern.
I'll have a check later.
Yeah, check later. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry. I mean A natural. You played, not B flat. A natural. Yeah. So then, but yes, you can fix that yourself. And then, okay, where yes, here. So when you go here, count carefully. And again, those are very important. Not tararara, pararara, pararara, those details of the rest. Count carefully and have this. And tempo don't need to be fast in here, but control each single note and try to not use the momentum. So not articulate each single, yes. Pray with the meaning. And yes, that was great. Yeah, the ending was impressive. Yes, very, very, very good. Then for the last one, you can maybe connect a little bit more from here to the very end. This I feel that suddenly too slow. Then you can take a mark. Then, yes. And sorry, I interrupted, but at the concert you can enjoy this too. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, but wow, and yes, you did amazing work. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
Hi, Tim. Good job. Good job.
Good job, Hoyin.
Thank you.
Hi. Yes.
Excellent work. Well done. Okay, and so we're on to our final act of the night. We're going to go to Tomasz.
Tomasz. Hi, Tomasz.
Hello.
Hi. Great to see you.
Great to see you too. How are you?
Great. Thank you. How are you?
Very good. Very excited.
Yes, yes.
All right, cool. Do you want to? Do you guys know each other already?
Yes,
Yes.
of course. Yes,
I
I
thought
met.
so.
Yes, yes, I met him in Texas and at the beta. Yes,
Yeah.
he did amazing. Yes, he did really.
Oh, cool.
It was very
Yes.
fun.
Okay, well, Thomas, do you want to maybe just talk a little bit about your stone mosaic?
Yeah. Well, so I'm really excited because today I will perform. You will see a recording of one of the, I think, most beautiful pieces I've seen in past years for solo classical vibraphone. It's Stone Mosaic by Anna Ignatowicz-Glińska. It's from 2016, and honestly, I just really like the piece, and I'm very excited, and I want to see what you have to say about this one as well.
All
Yes.
right, great.
Yes.
So we'll play this one through.
Wow. Wow. Well done. Bravo, Thomas.
Thank you.
Yes. And now I remember. Yes, I heard you playing vibraphone beautifully in Poland as well.
Yeah, that
Yes.
was quite a few years ago, though.
Yes. Yes. Now, yes. When I started hearing, then yes, I remember from Poland. And by the time it was already you're a wonderful musician. Yes. And
Thank you.
wow, it's amazing, Thomas. Yes, how you play. So if there's nothing if I can say, what should I do? But
Oh,
really,
wow, thank you.
well, yes, but really well, very well played. And this piece is, I think, connects you very well.
Yeah,
Yeah, you think
I
that?
love it so much. Also, I mean, although of course, it's Ignatowicz Glinska, so there's a
Yes.
lot of wrist breaking everywhere, basically. But I feel it's one of those pieces that if you play it really well, it sounds also very easy, and that's what I try to achieve. I'm not sure if I'm
Yes.
there yet, but
Yeah, yes, you
I
are.
would. Yeah. Oh, thank you. But yeah, I feel like this piece I could play on concerts for I
Yes.
don't know until the end. I don't know.
Yes,
It's cool.
yeah, something it will grow with you. I think this piece is you are already playing fantastic, really. What's that concert is? Was that a live concert performance or?
No, that one was actually I did it so I just have a recording if I want to send it somewhere or also
I see.
basically for WPG. That was
I
one
see.
of the
I
main
see.
reasons.
Wow, wonderful. Yes, you did a wonderful job, and it's yes impressive. And for this, because I play vibraphone, but not as much as you do play. So I couldn't hear any like difficulty you are having, like when I'm
Yes.
watching you play. Yes, but same time I was checking the score and I felt, isn't it difficult to play? Isn't it difficult? And I might, because you are already playing very smoothly and nicely. So I was just wondering
Mm-hmm.
if you even take care of the sounds after you played even more, which means more dampening involved, so technically
Yeah.
even harder. But some notes are, for me, this is just my taste, and maybe composer like that, that's without dampening. But with my taste, is some note can be dampened, then it can appear next sounds even better or can connect better. I felt like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, so that's I'm having a trouble with opening the score with Google Drive, and I mean
Oh.
I can open, but I couldn't do edit.
Let me have a look.
Yes, I can do the Dropbox. I mean, I could open, but I cannot write it down. I couldn't write it down for
Oh, maybe
Eileen.
it's not.
Yeah,
Okay.
Eileen's music as well. But the Mirage people were using Dropbox, so I could edit.
Maybe it's the difference.
Yeah, it might
Yeah.
be.
So yes, it may be because of the but I couldn't, write it down where exactly. So, but for the first stuff, but for there are many seconds, the note
Yeah.
those sometime when it appear with especially for the piano or especially for the when it get loud, I want to hear like a bit clearer. Then I just want to see like how it's gonna sound like. If you
Okay.
could, because with your skill, it's probably possible.
I will definitely experiment with that one.
Yeah. And then also for the dynamics range, I think you can even more explore the softer part of the instruments.
Mm-hmm.
But now, and you have a very nice forte, but pianissimo kind, and maybe it's also she didn't put so much softer sounds in marking to the
Yeah.
score. Yes, but because of that dynamics range she put, it's always different forte of composer, like Chopin forte, Beethoven forte, you know,
Yeah.
and Seiko Abe forte, it's very different, and it seems like an Anna Ignatowicz. I met her in Poland as well with you. I think she was
Yeah.
there. Yes, and yes, uh, she didn't put so much softer range of the marking of this piece. That means you have a range of make piano extra softer than usual piano.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
to
That
bring
makes
more
sense.
character. Yes, so yes, in a good way, you are following exactly music, but to make it even more colorful, like what you have, Tomasz, you can play like very colorful sounds in the instruments. So to, bring that up, maybe you can experience softer thing, even softer than what you usually see in the score.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
and forte doesn't need to be speak too loud, but some part, yes. But maybe you can control and find your ultimate mezzo piano. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what that's what I thought. And also the slow section, wow, it was very beautiful. Yes. And
Although I must admit that I cheat a little bit with the rhythm there, I believe, at least for the second slow part, but just a little bit.
no, it was very, very beautifully played. And then this is also just my taste. And I think it's more common for jazz vibraphone player to dampening more than classical percussion player to
I
dampen
guess
the
so, yeah.
vibraphone. Yeah, and maybe this is because I study with Dave Samuels and Ed Saindon when I was
Yeah.
at the Boston Conservatory and Berkeley. So they are always dampening most like 90% of the sounds they make, right?
Yeah.
Like always. So that's how I learned vibraphone deeply. So that's maybe that background. So I thought after like 60, major 64, those harmony part,
Yeah.
like that can be even more beautiful if you take care of the sounds after you played.
Okay. Actually, in those 4 bars, the melody I dampened every single note after playing, but only like I didn't make breaks between them. Like I was dampening them just for the another note, so there was no break between. But maybe I could make the bigger distinction between them.
I think more for me is the ta li la, like ti la E flat. I don't want to
Yeah, that
sustain
one
it.
was that one was dampened after playing. Like
I
I after playing F with the fourth mallet, I did dampen the E flat with the same.
well those yeah, but I think I'm guessing we are in the same page.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I should just do it more, I guess. Yeah.
Well, no, not you should. I mean,
No,
you
I mean
can.
to explore, of course. But
Yes.
I really like that idea too. Like I'm all about like I also think that people don't dampen vibraphone enough, like in general.
In general,
So
yeah.
so yeah, I really want more dampening than less. Like the whole usually makes it
Yeah.
too boomy anyways.
Well, because you have enough skill, and also for you, you have a when you play vibraphone and then a different piece, and with even on marimba, you have a very sensitive line of the melody, right?
Yeah.
So I think it might be helpful for you to, if you dampen more, then that can be appear more, that
Yeah.
sensitivity. Although it's gonna be busier, but do you know Victor Mendoza?
Yeah.
Yes, I love him very much. Of course, I love Victor Mendoza, Dave Samuels, and Ed Stein,
Of
and
course.
Joe Rock. Yes,
Yeah.
they're amazing, amazing player, musician, and people. I love them very much. Admire them very much. They are very busy playing, but same time, yes, super take care of the each single note, and it's improv. So
Yeah.
they are doing at that moment, So I
Yeah.
think we need to take care of the sound after we play. But it also depends on the composer. Maybe she likes like how merge the sustaining sounds too. But yes,
Mm-hmm.
for sure you can do that more. And and maybe that's not possible to do dampening after 77, is it? For the
Yeah, I know the.
yeah.
I don't think I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
do this. I tried.
yeah. Yes, or maybe less. Sorry, I pressed something. Yes, maybe less pedal. Then I don't know how you can bring
Yeah,
the
I
top
tried
line.
to distinguish it only by placement on the bar, like it's very close to the
Mhm.
chord,
Right.
and
Yes.
and because I really want like also it's again mezzo piano, mezzo forte, and I really wanted this long line in the right hand to be very
Yes.
smooth, so I
Yes.
couldn't achieve that with half pedal, sadly.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
didn't know
see.
what to do here with that. I
Right.
just had to do it like that. But maybe
You
there's
know,
still
it's
some way to improve that.
it's also beautiful because it's imperfect, the beauty of the imperfection,
Yeah.
I believe. So of course you don't need to be crazy about all the note and all the detail, because you have something in a beautiful music in your mind, so you need to share. But it's always nice to try something, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and then yes, if it didn't work, but it's gonna gain as a music, and we can hear that through the music. So yes, that's good. That's good. And then you don't have access to the instruments now, right?
Not
No.
really. I
Okay.
mean,
Okay.
I have an instrument, but no mics actually. And at that time, I
Oh,
can't
yeah,
really
yeah.
play.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yes. For the after 113,
Mhm.
that's a conversation between your right hand and the left hand. I don't know how I can
Yes.
separate.
Basically, I did that because, yeah, in general, in the whole piece there are at least two voices at the same time. So I made the decision to just take two sets of different mallets, and then around that I build it up. Like all those second notes or whatever, I have to play them with one hand as long as I can. So the voices are very distinct.
Yeah. Good. I wonder, yes, for the voice thing, how you created is very nicely shaped. So I wonder you can do that within even like super soft circumstance. Yes,
Yeah.
it's when I'm listening,
It's a good one.
yeah, I when I'm listening, I thought, oh, it can be like start with like a whispering clearer, then move a little bit. But then when I looked at the music, then it's so hard.
Yes, this is basically one of the hardest ones. But honestly, I have something to practice then. Again and again and again, and it will stay like that forever. But that's why we do it.
Yes, yeah. But Tomasz, you are already doing, very, very good. So, but additional try is always,
Yes,
nice.
I
So,
will. And I love
yeah,
this piece, so I can try as long as
yeah,
I will.
yeah. And it's go crazy after, 120 or something. But, but because you are already playing so nicely, so I just wonder how is it gonna be like if it's even softer.
That's why I knew I have to go to you with that piece.
Yeah, well, that's very nice. Then yeah, I really want to hear in live at hear you playing in the live again. But after 142, I wonder if you can be even more expressive.
Yeah, I'm already cheating there a bit, like I'm louder than she wrote because of the
Yes.
espressivo, but maybe I should, or I could. I was scared to really touch the time. Like those rhythms are quite specific, but maybe I could push it and pull more. Maybe that would work.
How about you don't need to play louder. You don't have to play loud within that mezzo piano, but place the note in the downbeat a little bit behind. So like down, the fermato, right? Down, down, down.
Okay.
That's create a still weight in a way it's expressive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Da-di-da. Not every time, but you can decide where to place the note.
Yeah.
And also on purposely maybe bring up some inner voicing. Instead of that E flat, more D natural.
Okay.
To hit or you can decide, you can try yourself and which note if you bring it more, then express more.
Definitely.
Yes. Yes, and it's also your experience and all your knowledge and all your personality and everything will appear in those slow section as a sound, especially for the mezzo piano, mezzo forte. That range is the easiest for you to show who you are. That's what I think. you know, and
Yeah.
you play super beautifully.
Thank you.
So I thought you might be able to express like even more, you know, to
Yeah.
show the espressivo of the Tomas. Because so far, very melodic, but same time it's busy.
Hmm.
And in the last section is, you can be totally free.
Yeah.
And the praise of the where you can show real yourself, I think.
That would be cool.
Yes, and even you have a tempo rubato later.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I didn't really make use of that one. Yeah, because also this piece is one of the ones that I'm coming back to. Like I started learning this like over a year ago or something, and always coming back, then you forget something, you learn something new. Actually, that's fun.
yes, absolutely. Yes, and that piece, this piece is like really connecting to you, and I hear as your language, it's
Yeah.
not only because you are both from Poland. No, no, I mean like it's that this music is already part of your body, so yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah, so maybe yes, you can check that music again, and yes, for the expressivo, instead of changing the volume, you can try many way. And we are playing the very limited instruments,
Yeah.
that we cannot sustain forever, or there are many
Yeah.
things we cannot do, but that's the beautiful part of this instrument, so the
Yeah.
beauty of the imperfection again. So because of the vibraphone, I'm sure you can expressive in your own way, and I think it's time for you to create that by your own. Yeah,
I
but
will.
you're playing amazingly beautiful. So thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
sharing. Yes, and do you have any question? Well, okay, Tim is here.
No,
Yes.
no, no. You have time. I just
Yes.
thought I'd join the conversation. Go for
Yes.
it.
Thank you, Tim. Yes.
Gladly.
All right.
Well, honestly, I'm just. Well, honestly, I have always one problem how to really start the piece. Like two out of the three times it's cool, but this one in a few moments I start wrong tempo or wrong energy. I'm not sure. Even if I sing in my head before I start, like I know what to do, it doesn't always click, and I'm not sure what to do with it other than just practice. But I've played it for so long, maybe I'm missing something.
You mean I'm trying to understand your question. So how to start learning the piece from?
No, start like the beginning section of this exact piece, like the starting point. Like a lot of the times, I just it doesn't work when I start to do it, even if I sing in my head or something. And maybe you have some tips to really make sure that you start the piece with good energy.
So yes, very good question. I'm trying to think. There are many ways you can do. So you already sing in your head.
Yeah,
So technically you have the sound, but it doesn't work for you. You say like
yeah.
don't
Sometimes
sing.
it
Yes.
doesn't.
How about have you ever tried to see the atmosphere of that piece in the very beginning? What's kind of feeling?
The emotion. I didn't name the emotion for the beginning of that piece yet.
Maybe you can think that way. I don't use that to all the piece, but some piece, like something like more catchy melody and harmony. Sometimes I do like I put that mood
Mhm.
to myself and have the sounds and start.
Okay.
And
Yes,
for,
the
for me,
atmosphere. Yes.
for me, that actually starts even like way before the first note. You know, like
Yeah.
the whole persona of the atmosphere that you're trying to capture
Mhm.
starts probably like for me 5-10 seconds before
Mhm.
I'm there. So the audience could already tell what
Mhm.
type of atmosphere you're going to create before you've even struck a note.
Yeah.
I think it's quite important. I don't know about you, Eriko, but I've mentioned this quite a lot in masterclasses. Like you see quite a lot, like students get ready to play and you're expecting something like
Mhm.
quite powerful, but then
Mhm.
sometimes they're like, oh yeah, you know, and I'm already thinking, oh, this is going to be like, yeah, and then it's completely contradicting what I see. So maybe just not like think about the notes too much, but as Erica says, think about like the texture and the atmosphere you're creating through the movement, and also don't maybe think too much because I think sometimes we can overthink things as well.
Maybe that's the one. I have bad talent for overthinking, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe that's that's it. As
And
well.
maybe what you think wasn't good is actually
Good.
really good.
Yes.
Like that happens too. So
Yeah.
Put I try to my brain to be empty before my performance. Total brain like empty. So then put that mode and mood myself to the music. Then my brain's empty, so I can hear better and I can feel the sense from the music. Maybe you can try that too. But yes, having the atmosphere, yes, creates the atmosphere your own before the end thing, of course, would probably help you.
Yes.
I hope, yes.
all right.
Yeah,
Well,
wonderful
great
playing.
job, Tomas.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yes. Great.
Yeah, I really like that one. I think we should probably put that in the showcase concert, to be honest. But it's up to you. But I think it's.
We'll
I think
talk about
it's
that.
Yeah. All right, Erica, we've got like 5 minutes left. So I didn't know if you could maybe field some questions from everyone, just quickly.
Yes, of
if you
course.
have time.
Yes, of
And,
course.
I know you've got to pack and get ready, so we'll
Yes.
we'll let you get off. But,
Yes. And don't please remember to take a photo with everyone.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't do that before, so must do that.
Yeah.
In fact, let's do that. Oh, I can't do it because I've got. Can someone else do it for me?
Maybe.
I have a control panel on mine.
Okay, so I can do this way. Oh, my messy table is also messy right now. Okay. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Or I can also do screenshots.
Screenshot.
Right? Yes.
Let me check I'm not missing anyone.
Everyone.
No, that's cool. Yeah, we're all good.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Everyone closer to the screen. Maybe Thomas, you need to close to the screen. Yes. 1, 2, 3. I think I got. Yes. Great.
Nice.
I will send it to you. I will post today. Yes.
Thank you, Erica.
Yes. And yes, you have a question? Anyone?
So yeah, if anyone's got like some brief, quick questions, Hui Yin, go for it.
I have a question regarding like the balancing between free flowing like tempo as in Mirage versus like actual measured beats. Like how do you strike a balance between actually counting every rhythm whilst retaining the like overall free flowing character of the music?
You mean you are talking about only Mirage or in general?
I guess in general.
I think that you need to lead carefully through the music. For example, for the Mirage, some part, like the choral part, slow section, so it has a give us more time to, being free, right? But the procession, parada, that part, he clearly marked and small, like 30-second rest, or those small rest even, which means he really care about the tempo, right? So that details we need to read through the music and make the decision of how much freedom we have. And it's also depends on the music too. Right now in front of me I have like right now Keiko Abe Reminiscence, which I premiered at the Juilliard because the Juilliard Pre-College commissioned to Keiko Abe last year. And this one, you can see like writing like this, right? That's a freedom, right? But it's a music. Still, we need to go. We are going forward. Music is going forward. We just follow that feel, right? So we don't pull, but we go with music, but more freer than later, like tiki 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 like this. It has more lining up, so we follow the more tempo. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes.
So yeah, we really just need to catch those information through the music. Yes, and point, you are doing great for that too. So just some part, the choral part was missing the beat, and some rhythmic part was missing. But in general, you are doing great. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, my pleasure. Yes. Any other question? Yes. Yes. Eileen?
Yes, I have a question regarding to no art.
Yes. No theater.
Yes, because I remember long ago you mentioned that in masterclass,
Yes.
and then you mentioned something like connecting with Zan theory and also like wabi sabi things, right?
Yes.
Can you be part again? I was kind of curious because that part I remember you used to mention and how applies to the music, the connection. Yeah.
Sorry,
Because I mean because you mentioned some like a Zan theory, right? And you also talk about like some Japanese art and garden things.
You are talking about. I'm sorry, I'm not understanding your question.
The question is no art. How you found a connection between the music you play?
Okay. Well,
Yes,
it's
mentally or like physically or like
first
yeah.
it was on a program note.
Yeah.
Program note on a Mirage. That's why I started researching no theater more to see the connection between music and music itself and no theater. And it's also, for me, this Mirage is interesting to analyzing the harmony and the structure, rhythm, but same time I wanted to have some idea of no theater,
I see.
the which behind of the music, like inspiration, original inspiration. So I
Right.
started researching, and the actually one of my students from Juilliard Pre-College, when he
Yeah.
played, we are discussing about, like, let me say, like, ending part is kabuki, right? Right. Then so we are talking about that. Then I gave him a homework to, how about find many kabuki or no theater and adapt, like this section is like this move, this section is like this act, something like that. Yes, to get more idea for him to.
Right.
Then I was experiencing with my students robot, and then
Yeah. And
I also started interested into those connection. So I just decided, like, my own. It's not in the music exactly what is this part, what is this part, but that's my own understanding. But if you watch that no theater, you can see the connection by your own, and it doesn't need to be everyone's same, because
Right.
he wrote that it's inspired by the no theater and using that character, that's structure, but he didn't say it's exactly that this part is this and this part is this. So of course you don't need that. There is no correct answer. Just to have you more idea of expression. Make sense?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. And the wabi sabi thing was the different things, right? Because I remember you mentioned that also.
Wabi sabi is very different topic actually.
I see, I see. I
Yes.
was like a bit confused because you mentioned it as in masterclass in the past.
Yes, in the same masterclass. Yes, that masterclass 3 hours long, and I was talking about the connection between the Japanese art and
Yes.
music. Yes,
Mhm.
but so it's a bit different topic. But wabi sabi is also the beauty of imperfection. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Thank
Everything
you.
doesn't need to be perfect, but there is
Ah,
just accept what we
let it
have
go.
and appreciate. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, I think Eriko, I think we've kept you long enough. So
Yes.
I think you need to go and pack
Yes.
your
Yes.
your flight to
Well,
Frankfurt. Safe travels.
yes, thank you very much. And wonderful to see you, everyone. And thank you so much, Tim.
Thank you very much. I'm just going to log off the stream.